One of the challenges is that it puts California in direct conflict with federal law.
Paying a tax to your city, to your local government, to your state, you're putting yourself, on basically a list saying to the federal government, yeah, we're marijuana dealers.
One of the other challenges is it puts California in direct conflict with the Federal Drug-Free Workplace Act. And any city, any county, any government agency, school district, university, government contractor, anybody who gets federal funding of $100,000 or more has to comply with the Drug-Free Workplace Act. How do you deal with that? How do you comply with that when your employees very likely are going to test positive?
The National Center of Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University released a study. It was the first of its kind study in which they went back 3 years and looked at the spending of the federal government, state government, and local governments on substance abuse. The statistics are alarming. When you look in 2005, the state of California spent $19.9 billion of substance abuse and addiction, or we spent $545.09 per capita. That's based on a population of 36.5 million. But the state of California collected $1.4 billion, or we collected $38.69 in taxes. Can we afford to introduce another substance that is going to be abused and is abused? When you look at the history right now, a lot of the medical research right now, why are the young people going into the emergency room? Marijuana right now is overwhelmingly surpassing alcohol. It's costing us today.
Mr. Lee.
Well, first question I'd have for the police chief is, does he think if we made booze illegal, our social costs would go down? I mean, do we want to return to Al Capone and Thompson submachine guns, driving around, shooting each other over selling alcohol? Just made things worse. We didn't legalize alcohol because we said it's a totally safe drug, it's a wonderful drug that everybody should use. We legalized it because making it illegal was worse than making it legal. And that's my view with cannabis, that by bringing it into a tax and regulate scheme, that we can bring in tax dollars for the government.
We need to take this market out of the hands of the kids and substance abusers who control it today and put it in the hands of the state, where the age limit's strictly enforced and where we can get tax revenue.
Comparing alcohol to pot, one professor at USC said alcohol taxes only cover about 10% of alcohol-related costs like drunk driving, and tobacco taxes only cover about 20% of tobacco-related medical costs.
So what about marijuana? If legalized, would we see more accidents or lower worker productivity? And what about health effects, higher insurance rates?
That's assuming that marijuana is like alcohol and tobacco, and it isn't. Marijuana is a healthy alternative and much safer than alcohol and tobacco.
Alcohol and tobacco kill hundreds of thousands of people a year. Marijuana kills no one.
Hundreds of frat boys drop dead from alcohol overdose every year because we don't teach that in drug education, how dangerous a drug alcohol is. Do you know how much cannabis it takes to kill a lab rat? 20 pounds dropped on it from 25 feet. That's the only way you can kill a lab rat, is to squish it.